My name is Beth Sheets, and I'm a program manager in the computational genomics platform at UC Santa Cruz Genomics Institute. And I'm going to give you a brief introduction to what NHGRI's AnVIL Cloud platform is and how it supports research being done by the Human Pangenome Reference Consortium. So genomic data is being created at such a rate that it is too big to easily copy locally. Instead, we're transitioning to a model where genomic data is now being hosted once in the cloud for any researcher to easily access and use. AnVIL, the NHGRI cloud-based ecosystem, is inverting the model of genomic data sharing by bringing researchers to a centralized and open access compute environment where the data is hosted alongside powerful analysis tools. This environment provides many benefits, from reducing costs to increasing accessibility of big data science. So what does AnVIL offer? As we previously stated, it leverages a cloud-based infrastructure. Currently, it uses Terra Workspaces, which use Google Cloud Platform. It's working to ease data access by hosting large data sets generated by NHGRI programs, and you can also bring your own data. It provides a collaborative compute environment that is applicable to both novice and experienced data scientists. And in our workshop today, you will see how the HPRC is truly leveraging this collaborative capability. We call AnVIL an ecosystem because it uses standards to easily integrate platforms together. And some of the integrated platforms we will showcase today include Terra as well as Docstore, which is a repository of workflows. So here's a greater view of the AnVIL ecosystem. You can see multiple integrated platforms provide a wealth of resources, such as data hosting, interactive analysis, batch workflows, and secure computing, so that scientists and clinicians can efficiently conduct their research. Today, we will only focus on two of the platforms, Terra and Docstore. Terra is AnVIL's shared computing environment. It provides a private or collaborative space to conduct your research. You can upload your own data or use the data hosted in the data store. You can organize your data using tools in the data tables. You'll see more about that in the next presentation. You can run batch analyses using workflow languages in WDL or Galaxy that are hosted in Docstore and can be easily launched into Terra Workspaces. And there's also interactive analyses with both Jupyter Notebooks and RStudio, which includes Bioconductor. So here's just a brief overview of what an AnVIL workspace looks like. So Docstore is AnVIL's repository for workflows. It's a community-driven platform where researchers can find and share bioinformatics workflows. So you can search Docstore and find something that someone else has published and directly launch it into a cloud workspace like AnVIL, or download it to use locally. You can also use Docstore to publish your own workflow and use some of our tools to make your data science more citable. Some advantages to using Docstore include increasing reproducibility of computational analyses using a combination of containers and workflow languages. And Trevor will go into that a little bit more in one of our demos today. And this increases the transparency of analysis methods and allows others to verify results and apply existing methods into their own research. So how is AnVIL useful to the Human Pangenome Reference Consortium? So this is kind of the goal of our workshop today, but I want to briefly introduce you to some ideas that will be expanded on in each demo. So AnVIL hosts the HPRC open access data, so the community can directly access and analyze data in the HPRC data workspace. The data coordinators in this consortium use Terra's data table for organizing and sharing data. You can see a screenshot of that here. It's a little bit like an Excel table, so you might be quite familiar with it. When you work in AnVIL or Google Cloud, you don't have to pay to use the data. So there's no need to copy or host the data individually. So this can help save cost. HPRC and its sister project, the T2T, which is the telomere to telomere consortium, share their analyses in Docstore. And they use the GitHub integration with Docstore to leverage all the features in GitHub. And then on top of that, Docstore offers several other really nice features for sharing your work with the community. The consortia use container-based workflow languages, particularly WDL, which you'll learn about today. And you can easily launch workflows that they've shared in the Human Pangenome Reference Consortium organization and launch them into Terra. So HPRC also uses Terra Workspaces for their own data wrangling and their own analyses. So AnVIL provides a shared computing environment to make it easy for collaborators that are at different institutions to come to one space to do their science. They use different workspaces to organize data and production pipelines. The consortium is sharing example analyses workspaces in our session today for anyone to learn and reproduce. I think this is quite powerful because they're really leveraging AnVIL to foster transparent science. So I've introduced you to the AnVIL and you'll see more about how it's used today, but I just wanted to add a slide of how to get started using AnVIL. And I would ask you to go to anvilproject.org/learn, and you can get introduced to the AnVIL and all the components with AnVIL. And there's a really rich repository of learning resources located there.